Does your aim look like this on the controller? With these controller settings I'm about to show you, your aim could look like this. So there's a lot of settings people gloss over that are actually really important, so you're going to want to stick around because I'll be going over them later in the video. So the first tab you're going to see is general settings, and the only thing you're going to want to do is just turn off the vibration. Unless you're into that, I don't know, I guess you can keep it on. So the next tab over is going to be combat, and the first thing you're going to see is the sensitivity. And this is really going to be preference, but for this guide you're really going to want a higher sensitivity. You might think 350 is kind of insane, but you're really going to want a high sensitivity for this. So if you're used to a lower sensitivity, you should go with 300 to 400, and if you're used to a higher sensitivity, you should go with 400 to 500. Okay, then you're going to open up the advanced tab, and the first thing you're going to see is aim sensitivity curve type. You're going to want to switch this to the dual zone S curve. Alright, that sounds kind of crazy, but I'll explain it a little bit right now. Here you can see on the graph, top right is your joystick fully extended to the left or right, and then the bottom left is your joystick not moving at all. Okay, so you can kind of see it's making this S shape, and this is the reason why we wanted the high sensitivity. So I'll show you the benefit of it right here. So let's say you're shooting somebody and then somebody shoots you from behind, you can turn around fast because it's fully extended and it's going to your high sensitivity. But if I move my joystick in like the middle, it's not going that fast. So this is the benefit of the dual zone S curve. Alright, so now open up the advanced aim sense curve settings. All this really does is just adjust the curve to however you like it. I recommend just playing around with these numbers, seeing what feels good for you. You can copy my numbers if you like. So then we're going to head to the eye gaze targeting input dead zone. This sounds like some sci-fi eye tracking movement, but it's really not. So if we move over to the graph, we can get a better idea of what's going on. This green highlighted area is where the game is not going to recognize that you're moving your stick. So you're going to want this to be as low as possible unless you have a stick drift. Then you're going to need to adjust it to whatever feels good for you. Everybody's controller is a little bit different, but you're really going to want this to be as low as possible. You're going to want it to be 1. Do not set it to 0 because this will cause your cursor to move without you actually moving it, and this is terrible for aim assist. So moving on to the maximum input dead zone, I would have this set to 0 because this gives you the full range of motion of your joystick, and there's really no reason to have it at any other number. It's just going to really mess with your muscle memory and your curve. And the next thing is the horizontal and vertical max dead zone sensitivity boost. All this really is when you fully extend your joystick, it's going to give you a sensitivity boost. So I personally don't like this, but it can be helpful if you're trying to hit like flick shots. It can be good for that. But something to keep in mind with these settings is they should always be the same number with the horizontal and vertical. Alright, so now we're moving over to the aim assist. Switch this over to the new aim assist system. This is added as of Season 9. This aim assist is better in pretty much every single way. It has stronger aim assist and stronger rotational aim assist. Rotational aim assist is the aim assist that you get when you move your left stick. So this aim assist might take a little bit of getting used to if you're used to using the classic, but I promise you that this is way better and you're going to hit some shots that you weren't able to before. Okay, and my aim assist window size is 40. I set this a little bit lower to accommodate for the new aiming system. And my aim assist strength is 100. You're always going to want to have this on 100. Okay, moving over to Hero Aim Assist E-Zen. Pretty self-explanatory what this does, but I'll explain it here. If you set it to a lower number, it's going to give you a sharper ramp, and a higher number will give you a smoother ramp. I kept this pretty much the same for the projectile hero, and the hit scan is a little bit higher than the default. It also gives you a nice list of each hero that it affects for the projectile and the hit scan. Okay, now to close range aim assist. I'd recommend turning this on. What this does is it turns on aim assist if a hero is within 5 meters of you. 5 meters is actually a pretty far distance to have no aim assist on. So if you have this setting turned on, you'll have aim assist on no matter how far the target is away from you. So this is really helpful for heroes that are hit scan, where you have to aim close, like Psylocke or Venom. So for melee players, this is personal preference. I've seen players have it on and have it off, so if you're a melee player, I would suggest trying it and see if you like it. For character movement input Deadzone, I have this set up so I can use rotational aim assist. So what this means is the game basically thinks I'm moving at all times because of the small amount of drift on my left stick, and it activates rotational aim assist even when I'm standing still. And this is pretty crazy because it moves the crosshair for you without you having to touch the stick, and I'm showing it here in this clip. To set this up, you're going to need to find your own number because everybody's controller is different. It needs to be small enough that it activates the rotational aim assist without moving your character. To find your number, I'd recommend lowering it by 1 each time until you find something that feels good for you. Okay, for my crosshair, I use a small purple dot because purple is my favorite color, and it also stands out between the yellow outlines that I use. Yellow and purple are opposite colors, so it's going to have the most amount of contrast. And that's the video, guys. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like and comment. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below and I'll make sure to respond.